Hey vloggers, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. I'm in the same little setup as last time because we are doing another little video in my study abroad series. Today we're going to be talking about what to pack and what not to pack for study abroad, at least my opinion and my experience. If you didn't know, I'm going to be a senior at Miami University in the fall, and I just spent last semester in Europe doing the MUDEC program in Luxembourg. So this is kind of going to be what to pack and what not to pack from my experience with that program, but it could definitely apply to any study abroad program. Going over there, I took a really big suitcase, a carry-on suitcase, and then a backpack, which I'll talk about later, but I guess we can just get right into what to pack. I'll put a time on the screen of when I get to what not to pack if you want to just skip ahead, but this is what to pack. The first one is a small compactable mirror. I brought mine to show. I think this was like the biggest thing because all my friends would say, I really wish I brought one of those when we would go on weekend trips. Mine is from Amazon. It's this brand. It's rechargeable. Just opens up like this. It lights up, which is nice, and it can just like sit on any flat surface. Mirrors are hard to come by when you're in like a hostel or maybe Airbnb, especially when you're living with a lot of people. So it was so nice to have one of those, and I highly recommend bringing something like that. Dayquil, NyQuil, and any other like over-the-counter medicine. My second week there, I got super sick, and it probably was just a result of traveling and stuff, but I was so confused by the medicine and like pharmacy and stuff. They do not have Dayquil or NyQuil, anything like that. So I was pretty much taking ibuprofen to relieve fever and headaches and stuff like that, which is fine. But you also do need like a prescription for ibuprofen. Basically, it's just super hard to get over-the-counter medicine that we have here, anything similar to it when you're over there. So I would definitely recommend bringing Dayquil, NyQuil, anything that you would normally take if you got sick here. The next thing is little plastic bags. I always needed one, and I swear I didn't buy them until like halfway through the semester. It's just good to organize and stuff like that. The next one is an air tag. I put air tags in every suitcase so I could see where my luggage was, especially when you're traveling. That was really nice. Luckily, my luggage never got lost, but if it did, I would have known exactly where it was. They're super precise, like even down to like the terminal or stuff like that. So it just gave me peace of mind traveling with suitcases to know exactly where they were. Okay, the next thing is a backpack. I originally had bought like a weekender dupe. So it was like not a tote, it was like a duffel bag basically with a lot of like space for shoes and stuff like that. I still love that bag, but I realized that we would be walking so much on the weekends, and on Sundays we wouldn't have like a place to put our stuff because a lot of times check-in was in the morning, we were there all day, and then we would fly or train home in the evening. So we were carrying our stuff with us all day. I'm glad that I realized that sooner because I ended up ordering a backpack like 2 weeks before I left, and I used it the entire time I was there for like every weekend trip. So I'll put it on the screen and I will link it down below, the backpack that I got. It's like your basic Amazon travel backpack, but I loved it. It was perfect. I would definitely recommend a backpack instead of like a over-the-shoulder type of bag. The next one is obviously like adapters. I had only brought the like European one, universal European one. So when I went to like the UK, and there was one other place that I needed it, maybe Portugal, I don't know. A few of the other, Malta was the other one. A few of the other places had different adapters, so just make sure you bring all of them if you're not traveling with friends who have them too. And you'll definitely want more than one of the European one, like one to travel, one to have at home. Next thing is a passport holder or like a crossbody bag. I had like a passport case, and then I also had my Lululemon crossbody bag that I always had my passport in the back of it. I just found that that worked best for me because it was on my body, and usually I would wear it under like my coats and stuff so that it wasn't easily accessible. Luckily, no one that I knew got pickpocketed, but it's super common there, and and I think that we were very conscious of it, and that is why we did it. So definitely keep your passport on you. Going along with that, another thing I have on the list is copies of all of your like important documents. So I put my passport, my credit card info, insurance information, visa, all that stuff on like one document and printed it like a few times before I left. So that way I could put it in different bags, different places. So if I were to lose any of those things, I would still have that important document. Going off that as well, I scanned all my important documents and put them in the folders app on my phone. So I had them digitally as well. You're in like deep trouble if you lose any of those documents. Going along with that as well, I would take a few euros. I think went there with like 50 or 100 euros that I got from the bank. You can just order them, go pick them up, so that if you like need them as soon as you get there. Another thing going off of that, I keep thinking of more things, but a credit card that has no foreign transaction fees. I used Capital One, which was perfect. It was such a good travel card because they give you deals on like flights and hotels and stuff like that, and there's like a bonus if you hit a certain amount of money that's spent on the card, and I definitely did. You definitely don't want to have foreign transaction fees every time you swipe your card over there. That adds up super quick, so I can link the one that I have down below. Next thing is a Tide stick for obvious reasons. Me and another one of my friends in my friend group for traveling had one, and they were used so much. Also a lock, just a small lock that you can have bring with you on trips. When we were staying in hostels, it was nice to be able to like lock the locker with all of our stuff in it during the day when we were out doing stuff, because you never know like what's going on in those hostels. So next thing is extra socks and underwear, because you lose them in communal laundry. I'm sure you guys know that just from being in college, but it's even worse when you're abroad because we had to like go somewhere to do the laundry, get back, and we were always losing things. Like I seriously think I'm down probably 10 pairs of underwear and socks from doing communal laundry. So bring extras. I was always running out of socks. The next thing is a clear toiletries bag. I ended up using a clear one for the whole like second half of the trip, because when you go through airport security, they make you take all of your liquids out and put them in a clear bag. So if you just have a clear one already, you just take it out and you put it in your airport security bin. They check it and it's all good. It just saves a ton of hassle and like time at the airport security line. And I mean, mine was cute, but any sort of clear toiletries bag will work. Although probably not supposed to say this, but the bag was a lot bigger than the ones that they give you to put all your liquids in, so I definitely got in a ton more stuff and no one ever said anything, whereas if I had to take it out and put it in the clear plastic bag, probably would have lost some toiletries. Just a insider tip. Travel mug if you like coffee. We got there and I wanted to take coffee to school every morning, never could because we only had mugs. And I was taking the bus, so kind of just depends on your situation though. If you're doing my situation with the host family, bring a travel bag. Shower shoes, I just brought flip-flops and that was that. I tried to save space, but when you're showering in the hostels, you need to wear shower shoes because that's gross. Reusable water bottle, obviously they're super environmentally friendly in Europe, and they honestly felt like didn't have as much plastic water bottles. Bring a reusable water bottle, you'll use it the whole time, I'm sure. And then the last thing to bring is a travel journal and tape if you want to like tape little memorabilia into it. I always kept like tickets and other things that we were doing from our trips to tape into my journal, so that was super cute, and I wrote like a little blurb for everything, and I'm so glad that I did that because I will have that forever now. Now we are going to talk about what not to bring, which I almost feel like is more important because you know what you have to bring, but I could have saved so much space knowing what I wouldn't use. So that is why I'm here to tell you what I didn't end up using and what just collected dust in my room for the whole 4 months. First thing is workout clothes. I brought so many workout clothes and I did not work out once. Yeah, no, I don't think I worked out literally once. And if I did, I wasn't wearing like workout clothes. Like I wasn't going to the gym, you know? We were walking so much and just like other outdoor activities, but it wasn't like I was putting on my workout clothes, going to the gym and then coming back. Never happened. So I guess it depends on like what you think you're going to be doing. If you are going to go to the gym, maybe bring a small amount of workout clothes, because even still, no one wears athletic clothes in Europe. I just felt like they were being wasted. I think there's definitely articles of clothing that I brought abroad that I didn't even wear once, so hopefully that will save you guys a little bit. Next thing is uncomfortable shoes. I think that I wanted to bring like heels and like all these really cute shoes, and none of them were worn or would have been worn. You walk so much, and I think that personally just having one super comfortable shoe that you can bring on every trip is the way to go. I know friends that brought like business casual like boots or loafers or heels and stuff like that, didn't wear them once because we were always walking like far distances and never really needed shoes like that, even when we were wearing like, cute outfits. It's just kind of like what you have to accept, unfortunately. Next thing is a neck pillow. This could be controversial. I brought my neck pillow and I think that I literally only used it on the way there, the long flight, so it kind of just wasted space. I didn't bring it on smaller weekend trips because plane rides were not very long enough to like be sleeping. The only thing I probably would recommend it for if you're gonna take like overnight trains and stuff like that, you could bring it, but I honestly don't think that you need it unless yours like folds up really small. Mine was memory foam, so it was taking up a lot of space that I just didn't need to have, so I guess do with that information what you will. The thing is CeraVe and other skincare that you can find there. I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to find any of my skincare there, so I brought almost everything that I wanted. They do have CeraVe there, and a few other like recognizable brands. I don't recommend bringing any like big liquid toiletries. I don't know, at least for me, I wanted to bring clothes over that kind of stuff, and there are things that you can get there, so why waste space when you could be bringing more clothes, you know? I ended up buying like shampoo, conditioner, micellar water, exfoliator, shaving cream, all that stuff when I was there. The next thing is business casual clothes. The people that prepped us for this program told us that we would be in business casual every day, which is just not true. Could have just been my situation. Europe isn't like you are strictly business casual or else you'll be looked at funny. So a lot of the business casual clothes that I brought were not worn, but I do think having like 2 to 3 business casual outfits is good because I definitely needed them at some points during the trip, but it isn't like you're wearing business casual to school every day. So just remember that. Baseball caps, I brought like 3 just because I do like my hats, but I didn't even end up wearing them. I think I wore like one of them once. They're just not necessary. When I was packing, I was like, I'll definitely need this. I didn't need it, so maybe bring one if you want one. Next thing is books. Don't bring more than 1 book. I'm not a huge reader and I didn't bring any books, and I am kind of glad that I didn't because I originally had planned to, but they took up so much weight in my suitcase that I didn't. And I knew that I could either buy a book over there or rent one if I really wanted to read, but I'm glad that I didn't bring one. You really don't have that much time to be like leisurely reading. I read so much for my classes and we were just like on the go all the time. So unless you're like the biggest fan of reading, I would definitely only bring like 1 book. And the last thing is valuables. I don't know about this one. There were things that I left at home knowing that I wouldn't want to lose them or have them be stolen. Just think about that when you're packing. If it means that much to you, don't bring it. It has a higher potential of getting lost or stolen, something like that, or broken. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will be making more in this little study abroad series, so please let me know what you guys want to see. If you didn't get to watch my study abroad Q&A, you can go watch that. I'll link it up here and down below. If you aren't subscribed, please do that right now. It helps me out so much. And yeah, I will see you guys next Monday for another video. Bye.